Hello, hello, hello from the Vid Central. So if you saw my post from earlier in the week, we were struck down by COVID. So we don't know where we got it from. I was tested at the same time as Mr. C. He had symptoms. At that point, I didn't. I'm now doing better. I'm on day 7? Day 7, because I tested positive Monday. I'm doing a lot better. Took the Paxlovid. I did all the stuff I had to do with all of my special stuff with my medicine, with my hydrocortisone, all that stuff. I did all the things. It has been a week that could be erased. I accidentally got bit by my dog, and I'm on massive antibiotics for that. And I discovered this morning that I apparently ruptured a blood vessel in my eye overnight, and my vision's a little blurry. But whatever, I'll be okay. Anyways, I didn't do my stream Thursday. I did not really have a voice at all. My voice is still very in and out. But Creighton Rabs told me about this case last night, late last night. And so I've got it edited down. It's actually a really, sensational. But it sounds like the Wyandotte police did a major takedown. So that is a positive thing. And then it is Sunday, and I feel like spinning yarn, so you guys can also see me spin yarn, because that's just how I'm going to roll today. All right, let's jump right into... Oh, wait, hold on. I'm not an attorney. I'm not making legal conclusions or putting forth legal advice. All comments are my opinion, irregardless or regardless of verbiage that I may use. Yes, irregardless is a word. It is a non-standard or irregular word. I've covered it many times. It seems to bother a lot of people. But the IR at the beginning is an emphasizer. Anyways, all persons are innocent until proven guilty in a court of law. And, oh yeah, my videos are not the actual court record. And just so you know, no, the video doesn't repeat itself at some point, but I will let you know. It is... Whatever. Let's get down to Wyandotte, which is the 27th district, with Judge DeSanto. Okay. I had a border on it? This is what I get for editing at 10 p.m.
Going to go on the record in the matter of the State of Michigan versus Thomas Semple, 231698. And Detective Sergeant Grote, your name for the record, please.
Detective Sergeant Ken Grote.
All right, please raise your right hand. You solemnly swear from the testimony about to give in this matter be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, you may proceed on the warrant.
The Wyandotte Police Department received several anonymous tips that Thomas Semple is involved in the sales of narcotics. Information is that Semple lives at a check of the in-house computer shows 5 drug-related arrests for Mr. Semple since March of 2017 between Trenton Police Department and MSP Drano. Criminal history of Mr. Semple shows 3 felony drug convictions, and there's 2 felony drug cases currently in Wayne County 3rd Circuit. On July 3rd, 2023, Officer 8 Grote was patrolling the area, observed a vehicle exit the car wash directly across the street from. Officer Grote made a traffic stop on the vehicle and arrested the passenger for possession of methamphetamine and fentanyl. Both the driver and the passenger of the vehicle stated that the meth was purchased from Mr. Semple. I was contacted by CI number 135, who stated he or she could buy methamphetamine from Semple. I made arrangements for Semple to get picked up, and he was brought to the police station. Once at the Wyandotte Police Station, CI 135 was brought to the detective bureau, where he was searched and made sure he had no narcotics, paraphernalia, or money located on his person. Nothing was found on his person. This should be noted, this happened Wednesday night, July 5th, approximately 10 o'clock p.m. I introduced the CI to Officer Judge, who was working in undercover capacity, and they were given $100 in pre-recorded Wyandotte police funds. The CI and the EUC officer arrived at the parking lot of 360, or they contacted Mr. Zempel and arranged for a purchase of $100 of methamphetamine. UC officer drove to the parking lot with the CI. They parked on the south side. Mr. Zempel exited the apartment building, came to the vehicle, spoke with both the CI and undercover officer. The undercover officer recognized Mr. Zempel from prior contacts. Zempel and CI entered the apartment building. They entered apartment number 14. I was able to enter the building through the unlocked side door, walk to the basement where apartment 14 is located, and I could hear the CI and Mr. Zempel talking inside the apartment. After approximately 10 minutes, the CI exited the building, returned to the car, and provided the UC officer with the folded up receipt that contained a crystal-like substance that was later tested positive to be methamphetamine. Back to the police station, the CI was searched again, and no drugs, contraband, or money was located on him. I prepared a search warrant for 361 Biddle, apartment 14. The search warrant was reviewed by APR Omar Cesare and signed by 27 District Court Magistrate Pat Master-Giacomo. On Thursday, July 6, 2023, a briefing was held at the Wyandotte Police Station for the search warrant to be executed at 361 Biddle, apartment 14. Several officers were present during the briefing, and at 21:05 hours, officers executed the search warrant. Had to force entry. We announced our presence at 14. We forced entry. As we entered the apartment, they encountered two people, a female and Mr. Zempel. As officers Stromberg, Gardaki, Adam Grote, and Tyler Grote entered the bedroom, Zempel appeared to be smoking some types of narcotics, blew the smoke in the direction of Officer Stromberg, refused to get on the ground. He had to be forced to the ground while he was holding a knife in his hand. Mr. Zempel was taken into custody.
Okay, I'm going to try not to interrupt this video a lot, but how rude, dude. You literally blew the smoke into the face of the officer. That's so disrespectful and gross, honestly. Like, people that smoke cigarettes and like blow it in someone's face, it's so gross. It's so nasty. I don't want your cooties. Keep your cooties to yourself, please. Okay, sorry.
The bedroom where Mr. Zempel was located, on the table and on the floor, officers located a total of 18.74 grams of field tested positive methamphetamine and a total of 2.43 grams of cocaine, a digital scale with right residue on it, 2 cell phones, numerous crack pipes and meth pipes, and a wallet belonging to Mr. Zempel that had his Michigan driver's license in it. In the kitchen, officers recovered numerous used crack and meth pipes, 2 digital scales with white residue on it, and residency belonging to Mr. Zempel. And it should be noted that Mr. Zempel has a lengthy criminal history, dating back to, again, like I said, 2017 through March of 2023, with all drug convictions in Wayne County.
Okay, thank you. Upon examination of pending witness that finding the offense charge were committed and that there's probable cause the lead defendant commit those offenses. Okay, so Mr. Serrano, are you ready to proceed?
This all happened in one day.
Okay, and this is Mr. Zempel, correct?
That's correct.
Okay, we are going on the record in the matter of the state of Michigan versus Thomas Michael Zempel, 231698. And appearance, counsel?
Your Honor, good afternoon. Richard T. Serrano, P33828. I appear as MIDC counsel for arraignment purposes only on behalf with my client who appears in custody via Zoom. We have no objection. And please state your name, sir. Oh, Your Honor, we require formal reading on all charges, please. Please state your name,
Okay,
sir.
Mr.
Thomas Michael Zempel.
Okay, the complaint alleges on July 6th of this year in the city of Wyandotte, It alleges there, you have one, this is 3-count complaint, sir. Count 1, controlled substance, delivery, manufacture of methamphetamine. It's alleged on the date
Exactly, Harmony,
I just
exactly.
indicated in the city of Wyandotte that you did deliver and or possess with intent to deliver the controlled substance methamphetamine contrary to MCL 333.74012 BI. This is a felony charge. Maximum penalty upon conviction, not more than 20 years in state prison and or a $25,000 fine. Count 2, controlled substance, possession of methamphetamine or ecstasy. The complaint alleges on the same date and location that you did knowingly or intentionally possess methamphetamine contrary to MCL 333.74032 BI. This is a felony charge. Maximum penalty upon conviction, not more than 10 years in state prison and or a $15,000 fine. Count 3, controlled substance possession, cocaine, heroin, or another narcotic less than 25 grams. The complaint alleged on the same date and location that you did knowingly or intentionally possess less than 25 grams of a mixture containing the controlled substance cocaine, contrary to MCL 333.74032 AB. It's a felony charge. Maximum penalty upon convictions, not more than 4 years in state prison and or a $25,000 fine. Habitual offender, third offense. Notice. Take notice the defendant was twice previously convicted.
I keep muting myself. Oh my gosh, I'll get it together, guys. Just wait. He has something coming to him. So this guy, yeah.
By felony or an attempt to commit a felony that on or about December 7th, 2015, he is convicted of the offense of operating a lab involving meth in violation of MCL 333.74001C2F in the Third Circuit Court, Wayne County. And that on or about August 24th, 2017, he was convicted of the offense of operating a lab involving meth in violation of MCL 74001C2F in the Third Circuit Court. Therefore, defendant is subject to the penalties provided by MCL 769.11. That penalty would be twice the maximum sentence on a primary offense or lesser term. Maximum penalty cannot be less than the maximum term for a first conviction. Do you understand what you're charged with, sir?
Yes, ma'am. Yes.
All right. Sir, you have the right to have an attorney. If you cannot afford an attorney, the court will appoint one to represent you. In fact, you've had an opportunity to speak to an attorney today, correct?
Yes.
The court assigned the order for court-appointed attorney for felony purposes. You have the right to be presumed innocent until proven guilty beyond a reasonable doubt. You have the right to have a trial by a judge or by a jury. You also have the right to remain silent. Anything you say orally or in writing may be used against you in court. Do you understand those rights, sir?
Yes.
The court's going to enter plea of not guilty on your behalf. Schedule this matter for a probable cause conference on July 14th at 9 a.m. at the 28th District Court.
Excuse me.
I'm sorry.
Could I say, I have a job, I work out of Riverview and I use my boss's truck to come home so that I could go back to work. No drugs were ever in that or ever.
Hold on, sir. Hold on. Stop just a moment. Your attorney's going to address that.
Okay, well,
And so, counsel,
took his truck.
Sir, stop talking for a few moments. You have an attorney that's going to do some speaking for you.
Okay, thank you.
So it'll be just a little bit before you can tell me what you want to tell me.
Okay.
I hope that you are doing really, really well. And it sucks that it spread into your lymph glands. That's rough. But hopefully you're doing better now. You guys, we're sending light and love to Harmony and to Rachel because she's having surgery, you guys. Thanks for showing up. I know it's hard when you don't feel good to show up, and you guys are here and supporting me, so I appreciate that. Okay. And I didn't mute myself. Yes. Oh, I did it right, guys.
Okay. And so counsel adds to bond.
Your Honor, my client does affirm that he has one case pending in Wayne County on a felony matter. nature of the same charges as these. He's told me that he has private counsel for that case, but he's maybe seeking court-appointed counsel for this case. So he started telling you he is working.
Good.
Your Honor, he's a resident of the area. He's single. He sports no children.
Thank
He
God.
says he's never missed a court date before. That's about all I can say in his favor, Your Honor, because the court well knows that he's had cases like this before, some criminal history. So we ask the court to use its discretion. If not a personal bond that a bonding can reasonably expect to post, I'm sure the court will impose some conditions as well. Thank you.
I have a GPS.
The fact that he looks so old, I have a feeling has to do with the drug use. Because I don't think he's 70. I mean, he might be up there. But I don't know. He's something.
He does have a tether, yes.
Which doesn't seem to be doing much good at this point, but in any event, Detective Sergeant Grote, your name for the record, please.
I don't know how a tether would help.
Your Honor, Mr. Zempel is currently on a tether for Wayne County. It is our understanding, speaking to the Trenton Police Department that's in charge of the investigation, that Mr. Zempel took a plea deal and was to be sentenced to 20 years in prison starting June 30th, but that was moved to 2 weeks into July. He was going to be sentenced, so it appears he's going to be sent to prison. We're afraid he's going to flee the state. We hear he's getting evicted out of his apartment.
And that's why his attorney said whatever. But you're correct. A tether does not somehow negate him cooking or doing drugs. It would just, if there was like they would know if he was entering a known drug area. So sometimes I think the tether is just to make sure that they don't skip, so they can locate them and know where they're at so they're not on the run. But yeah, the tether is not all what people seem to think it is, in my opinion. Maybe it's unpopular. I don't know. Don't care.
Obviously, he hasn't learned his lesson. He has a long criminal history of making meth and selling meth.
Understatement of the year.
We feel that he's a dangerous society. We'll ask for $1 million cash.
Oh, that number.
Okay, so I just have a couple of questions. So the case that Mr. Zempel is being sentenced to for 20 years in state prison, it appears as though, so all of those cases are out of Trenton?
Yes, ma'am.
And so am I looking at this correctly, where one of these cases originated December 18th of 2021, another one August 30th of 2022, and then another one September 25th of 2022?
Yes, ma'am.
And so then these were all combined together?
I believe there's one, I believe they were all combined together. That's how we came up with the deal. One is a over 50 case also.
And then there's another one from March 5th of this year. Is that included in that resolution?
I'm not sure.
Mr. Zempel, is that one also included in that resolution?
I'm not sure which one. Was it the one where there were, they found crumbs? There was like, they're charging me with possession, but there wasn't even enough to test. I think it was pretzel salt they were claiming was.
Dude, pretzel salt, my boo-hiney.
Meth, I don't know. They tasted it and it tasted like meth, I guess. I don't know.
And I'm also pretty sure the cops did not taste an unknown substance when they have readily available field test kits. It was pretzel salt. I'm going to carry around a baggie of pretzel salt and be like, it's pretzel salt. I don't know. That's what we're going to call it. It's now pretzel salt. So he's being charged with manufacture of pretzel salt.
I'm not even sure.
I don't know, sir. Sir, listen. You have multiple cases from the same jurisdiction And
Yeah.
so clearly you can't keep those straight either. But what that tells me is that you've been out on bond on all of those matters and still violating bond, but yet you're still out on bond and not in custody.
Okay. I'm a
And
drug addict.
now, oh, sir, it seems to be you're more than a drug addict according to what you've pled guilty to and your previous convictions.
It was either that or I could get a lot more time.
What?
It was either plead to the 4 to 20 or I could get a 10 to life. So I took the 4 to 20 versus the 10 to life.
Well, in 2019, you pled guilty to habitual offender fourth offense. So perhaps the Wayne County Prosecutor's Office missed that when they charged you as the third offense, as opposed to the fourth offense. However,
Either way, I'm gonna die in prison.
well, either way,
He's
sir,
being a bit dramatic there.
prison has not
Haven't did shit.
helped you
I'm a drug addict.
not
I need rehab.
reoffend.
I need rehab. I don't need prison. I need a rehab. And they never give me rehab.
Sir, I think at this point, given the charges that you've been operating a meth lab, you have 2 of those convictions, and that your convictions that you just pled guilty on were possession, delivery manufacturer,
Which was wrong.
delivery manufacturer, possession, I think you're pretty well beyond the rehab at this point. But in any event, the court will note that given your criminal history, the plea deal that you just took, that's the same type of case that you are charged with now. You're scheduled for sentencing in a couple of weeks to be sentenced to 4 to 20 years in prison. And while you're awaiting sentencing on that, it's alleged that you've committed the exact same type of offense. Not to mention your criminal
Fair point.
history would suggest that while you're out on bond, you're still violating the law multiple times over with the same offense that you are out on bond for. So for those purposes, the court's going to remand you without bond.
Boom.
And so you can be sentenced while you're in custody.
Do you think you could give my boss the truck back since it was never used for anything to do with drugs?
Guilt by association, dude.
Detective, was the vehicle forfeited?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, well then your boss is going to have to go through the process, sir.
We spoke.
That's bullshit. It was parked on the street. I only used it to drive
I'm
home.
sorry. I'm sorry. What is it you just said, sir?
I said I only used the truck to drive home, and that's it.
No.
I didn't have no drugs in it.
Before that.
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know, my. He knows what he said.
Okay, well, as the court indicated, you're being remanded without bond.
I don't know if she's big mad that he's not in prison. I think she's exacerbated that here he is on bond for similar, literally same charges, and he's just out here running amok doing the same thing. Like, he has a clear lack of disregard for the law and obviously the safety, because if you don't know, meth labs are dangerous. Like, they blow up and burn buildings down all the time because of the chemicals. So I'll say this, he lived in an apartment. So he's cooking meth in an apartment building. So he's putting his neighbors' lives at risk that are literally on the other side of the wall from him. So this guy's clear lack of everything, like, just That's what she's frustrated about. I'm frustrated that this guy's been allowed to just kind of go off like that, and they have him on a tether like that's going to help anything. They do have rehab programs in prison and in county jails. They have sobriety programs. So he can get that rehab that he wants. And here's the thing that kills me. If he truly wanted sobriety, he could have gotten that while he was out on bond. Nothing more to say about that, because that's the truth. He could have been working on sobriety, yet he's somehow putting it on the courts to make him sober. And Pretzel House goes big boom. Yes, Pretzel House is the pretzel factory. Those are dangerous places. That salt can be a little tricky. Anyways, I'm sure I'm going to get comments about talking, so let me just, yeah.
Based upon your criminal history, the fact that you're awaiting sentencing on the same type of charges that you have, I believe, 4 or 5 different cases that arose from the same jurisdiction of the 33rd District Court. For some reason, the 3rd Circuit Court did not find it necessary to remand you while you're awaiting sentencing. And then here you are yet again. You have 2 previous convictions as well for operating a meth lab. So for those reasons, the court's remanding you without bond.
Pretzel factory.
Thank you, Your Honor.
He operates a pretzel factory.
Thank you. And the detectives are in touch with your boss, sir. All right, thank you. We're going to be off the record.
Won't be talking about.
And this is where
we're back on the record in the matter of Thomas, State of Michigan versus Thomas Semple.
It's not actually a repeat.
And since I somehow did not hit record, Detective Sergeant, you can please raise your right hand.
We're going to do Zempel again.
Yeah.
Okay.
Solemnly swear from the testimony about given that's going to be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, thank you. All right, you may proceed on the warrant.
Sorry, let's get rid of that one.
No, sorry.
Wyandotte Police Department received numerous anonymous tips.
All right. Go ahead. I don't know what's going on. Okay, can you hit unmute, please? Okay. I don't know what. Okay. Yeah.
The Wyandotte Police Department received several anonymous tips that Thomas Zempel is involved in the sales of narcotics. Information is Zempel lives in the city of Wyandotte.
Yeah, they don't tend to charge it that way. I don't know if I've ever heard of someone being charged with attempted murder when it has to do with the actual manufacturing of drugs, unless they actually have tried to off someone. Because it's not like it's gonna happen. It's not guaranteed to happen. I don't know. I've never heard of a charge being charged like that.
Lien check and surveillance confirms that Zempel lives at. A check of the in-house computer shows 5 different drug-related arrests since 2017 through March of 2023 for Mr. Zempel. Criminal history of Mr. Zempel shows 3 felony drug convictions and he's currently has a drug case 2 drug cases downtown 3rd Circuit. On Wednesday, July 3rd, 2023, Wyandotte Officer A. Grote was patrolling the area and observed a vehicle exit the car wash across the street from. Officer Grote made a traffic stop in the vehicle and arrested the passenger for possession of methamphetamine and fentanyl. Both the driver and the passenger vehicle stated they just bought the meth from Mr. Zempel. I was contacted by CI number 135, who stated he or she could buy meth from Zempel. I made arrangements for CI 135 to be picked up and brought to the Wyandotte Police Station. That would be on July 5th. CI 135 was brought to the Detective Bureau where he was searched to make sure he had no narcotics, paraphernalia, or money located on him. CI was introduced to undercover officer Judge. The CI made a phone call to Mr. Zempel, made arrangements to purchase $100 in methamphetamine using pre-recorded Wyandotte police funds. The UC and the CI drove over to Mr. Zempel approached the vehicle where the UC officer recognized Mr. Zempel from prior contacts. Mr. Zempel and the CI entered the apartment building and entered apartment 14. I was able to enter the building through an
I do believe that would be how it would be charged, or manslaughter or reckless homicide or something like that.
unlocked side door and could hear the CI and Mr. Zempel talking inside apartment 14. The CI, after about 10 minutes, the CI exited the building and returned to the UC vehicle and provided the UC officer with a folded up receipt that contained a white crystal or a crystal type substance that was later field tested positive to be methamphetamine. The CI was brought back to the station, researched, no other money, drugs, or contraband was located on him. I prepared a search warrant. The search warrant was reviewed by APA Omar Cesari and signed by 27th District Court Judge Pat Master Giacomo. On Thursday, July 6, 2023, a briefing was held at the Wyandotte Police Station with several Wyandotte officers and detectives present. Around 21:05 hours, officers arrived at knocked and announced our presence and forced entry into apartment. Once officers entered the apartment, they encountered two individuals inside the apartment. One of them was later identified as Mr. Zempel. As officers Gardaki, Stromberg, T. Grote, and A. Grote entered the bedroom, Zempel appeared to be smoking some type of narcotics and blew smoke in the direction of officers.
That still makes me angry.
Officers noticed that Mr. Zempel was sitting on a chair. He had a folding knife in his right hand. They ordered the ground on short struggle. He was pepper sprayed. He was taken into custody. In the bedroom, on the table and on the floor, officers located a total of 18.74 grams of field tested positive methamphetamine, a total of 2.43 grams of cocaine, a digital scale with white residue, 2 cell phones, numerous used crack and meth pipes, and a wallet belonging to Mr. Zempel that had his Michigan.
Good morning, Ironton Auditor, although it is, I believe, officially afternoon now. Yes, please hit that like button. Subscribe if you don't subscribe. In the description, you can even join my membership. And I actually worked on a video that I'm gonna be uploading just for my members. So for those that have joined membership, it's gonna be an exclusive video for you guys to watch. I hope you get a kick out of it, because I certainly had fun making it.
Driver's license on it. In the kitchen, officers recovered numerous used meth and crack pipes, 2 digital scales with white residue, and residency to Mr. Zempel. And it should be noted that he, again, his criminal history was quite lengthy.
Okay, yes, thank you.
Okay. That was the end. They repeated it. So no, I didn't post the same thing twice. I guess she forgot to hit record or something. Okay, let me. You get to see my big lovely face. I'm gonna address some drama that happened this week within the law tube sphere. And normally I don't like to kind of focus on that kind of stuff. I've sort of removed myself from that. I don't watch a whole, anyways. You were out auditing until 6 a.m.? Seriously? I didn't watch, and I'm gonna have to go back and watch and see if you had anything good. Because, Purple Bridge, I need some Purple Bridge today. Let's just say that. Anyways, I got some text messages, and I had people messaging me, and there was some drama with Judge Bryant and another YouTuber. And to clarify, you were up and busy. I was sleeping at 6 a.m. because I have not slept well this week with COVID. But anyway, sorry, let me get back to what I was saying. I am more journalistic in what I do. Yes, the cases are covered the same, but I definitely cover it in a different format. I also don't just cover sensational cases or crazy things. This case is actually that I just covered was big. Honestly, that's great. I'm glad that they're able to, shut that down, and I'm hoping that they might be able to really, I know that pretzel salt's been a big problem here in Michigan, along with the fent and everything else. It's bad. So I thought it was kind of just how he was arguing, and the fact that he had the sheer audacity, to continue to commit the same crimes he already pled guilty to. So, yeah, that's not okay in my book. Epiphanies! I just said that wrong. Epiphanies! I think I said it. I don't know. Anyways. Okay. So, I'm a journalist. I approach this more as I'm just covering the news stories from the courts and the judicial system in here in Michigan. This is more of a tabloid channel, which that's fine. We all have our parts to play. Hold on, I didn't get that ready. I can do it this way. So this is the text exchange between me and this other channel. I sent a clip of the judge reacting and calling him out. And his response was, I know, people are going crazy. Picking on little old me. Mike does one of her every day. LMFAO. And my response was, well, it's going to make the judges shut down their live streams. And I also said, no, this judge has called out this other channel and many other channels before, so he's not being picked on. And his response about the judges are going to be shutting down the channels is, I know, good thing there is tons and tons of old footage I'm hoarding right now. I'm hoarding now. So that means that's you don't care that it's going to get it shut down. You're just there for the sensationalism and for the money. That's literally, I hate calling it out, but this is a point of contention because it's hard enough getting judges to allow us. It's going to put more roadblocks for channels like myself or for channels like Our Nevada Judges. Getting judges to give us courtroom camera access. And I'm trying to build up my channel so that I can do more like what Our Nevada Judges does, where I am able to go in person and record a case. I've been working on getting paperwork around so that I'm going to be able to do that when I'm ready to do it. So it's yes, it is what's going to happen. But my mouse is not connecting for some reason. I don't know why. So I'm having to use a little trackpad on the laptop, and it's really annoying. Okay, so this is this creator's video in response to being called out by the judge. How did I get it in full screen? Sorry, I did not
put my videos up.
So here he is, literally using a quote from Judge Washington. insinuating she has a lack of humanity. Judge Bryant.
Welcome, people. How we doing? What can I say? Either one of two things. One, can't stand me. Take a number. Or two, Mrs. Time Served brought it to my attention. Not only did she tell everyone my name, which she said she wasn't, then she said she was going to subscribe.
No. She didn't say she was going to subscribe. She said she tried to leave a comment but couldn't, so she assumed that you have to be a subscriber to leave comments. So she goes, I guess then I might have to subscribe to leave a comment. Not subscribing for support to watch the videos, to leave a comment. So there's a very clear distinction there.
3, he said.
Have a good one, Terry.
I watch his videos. Essentially,
She also didn't say that.
so, what should we do about this? I don't know. And not for nothing, the comments, I'm just done with them. Because the same people who watch not only my videos, but everybody else's videos are the same ones that are telling me to get a life, that are telling me, what was the other one? Just stupid, like no point for it whatsoever. Newsflash. Hundreds of channels before me. There's been hundreds of channels after me. Don't know why.
I've talked to him quite a bit. I don't think he was being genuine. I'm going to call him out. He doesn't care. He really doesn't care. So, yeah, he says he's going to do that. We'll see. Time will tell. Because if he cared, he would have been doing it from the beginning, like me. I spend the time and edit out addresses or victims' names, stuff like that. I take the time to blur faces of minor victims. I never had to. I was never told to. But I do. So, we'll see. Because he doesn't really edit videos, so I don't know. This has really bothered me, just all of it.
Always the bad guy. Other creators, check. Now judges, check. I don't get it.
You don't get it, but there's one common denominator. So that's a clue.
But the best part about it all, I have never, ever said a negative thing about her my entire time on this channel. Matter of fact,
No, he has. Just look at some of his
I'm one of
videos.
the only creators that put her golden moments. I like the videos of her being compassionate, caring, loving, outstanding. I put the short I found of her praying because I feel that how awesome that is. So There's a thing called fair use.
Doesn't
I
fall
don't
under
just
fair use.
rip and upload.
Yes, you do.
And it's for entertainment purposes, and it's on YouTube. I apologize. If you want
And
to come
that's the
on
thing.
and
You're
have a
doing
discussion with me,
entertainment,
and you bring up
not
valid
news.
points, let's go, and I'll never put you on again. Because I'm not a dick. But
Yeah,
I guess
he is.
no publicity is bad, and good attention is good. Bad attention is better. So,
And you wonder
it
why
was
people
great.
don't like you.
I loved it. And I still love watching her because she's fantastic.
Okay. Now, I have Judge Bryan's response. Get that up.
Y'all be some of the people edit their some of those channels, they edit their videos and it makes it appear that I've done or said something that I didn't do or say. So let me tell you all a little bit about me.
I want to clarify right here. When I edit videos, when I say I edit them, I edit out blank spaces. So I remove like the long where there's nothing happening. I'll remove that. I will edit out victims' names or addresses, those types of identifying information. Those are the things that I edit out when I edit videos. So I don't try to manipulate a soundbite to make the judge sound like they said something that they didn't say. Oh, I might occasionally leave out an or okay, whatever, when it's in the middle of silence. But yeah, I just want to clarify that's how I edit.
And maybe you can spread the word. Listen, I know that my job prohibits me from saying things about my religion, but I want everybody to know that those prayer videos that somebody might have showed, y'all said he showed them, and so I'm happy that he did. I'm happy that he did. Those are that's my main thing, y'all. That's my main thing, and so the fact that all of these other videos, I had told somebody to try to find one of my prayers. And do you know all of this other stuff popped up instead?
Yes, ma'am. It's a moral
That's very
thing.
disheartening to me. That's very disheartening to me. And so that's the thing I do first, right? That's the thing I do first. So if you wanna chime in or join us, I usually do morning at 7:30. 7:30. I do it most mornings. Okay, thank you, Tommy B in Michigan. Yes, sir. If you share my prayers, my crazy life said I saw your Facebook prayers and I enjoy watching you, the real you. Thank you, because that's the me. Now, being a judge is what I do, but being an evangelist is who I am. And so when you have to try to mesh those two together, when people call me mean, y'all know that hurt my little feelings. But I am who I am. I'm a loud talking, no holds barred, straight, no chaser kind of person. Yeah, Judge King does felonies. I asked to be removed from felonies. I used to do felonies before. I'm responding to Kate Graham, y'all. I'm sorry. I'm responding to Kate Graham. So I used to do felonies, Kate Graham, and then
I need to give Judge Bryan a little tutorial on how to do the live stream with showing comments. She's good though. I like it. We got
our current chief judge right before COVID. In January of 2020, Judge McConaughey became our chief judge. And immediately I asked him to be removed from the felony docket. And you want to know, oh, thank you, Tamara. She says she loved She watch my live every day. I'm upset if something happens and I don't get to watch it. Amen. But when Chief Judge McConaughey became the chief, he immediately told me I could go anywhere I wanted to go. He said I could go. So what you all don't know, because we weren't live streaming at that time, what you all don't know is the docket that Judge King has, I used to have. So what happens, yeah, we were so sorry, Monica. Y'all see how I just switch in the middle of what I'm saying? Monica, we were so sorry about Antonio Tuttles. That's so sad. But what you all don't know is that when COVID hit, Judge McConaughey said I could go anywhere I want to go. I was doing Judge King's docket. Judge King was doing my docket, the docket that I'm on. And then we switched. So he wanted to do the felonies. I did not. I wanted to do the misdemeanors. The reason I wanted to do the misdemeanors is because y'all, my friend just texted me. She on here too. She said focus. She told me to focus. The reason I wanted to do the misdemeanors is because I feel like I can change lives doing the misdemeanors. So if you notice Judge King, if you watch Judge King's court, at the end of his court or the cases, he usually says, the case is bound over to the circuit court. He doesn't do the trials. He doesn't do the probation.
So my deep throat, well, my voice isn't that bad, but the bass from my lack of voice is resonating in your chest is what you're saying. Sorry, I had to comment. Hello, thank you for joining, Raven.
He doesn't do the, he doesn't do those things. I like to do those things. And therefore I wanted to switch. And so we switched. And I love my docket, but y'all make it hard. Y'all make it hard on the sister. Okay. Yes, Kate Graham, I don't take felonies or DV cases. Look, they talking to you. I ain't gonna tell y'all which one here is my friend.
Honestly, I kind of would not mind seeing her address people that are being arrested multiple times for DV with the same victim. I understand why she doesn't like doing it, but that would be very interesting to see. She would be definitely spitting some knowledge.
See, I had Judge Brian's friend. So listen, I want to change lives, but y'all making it hard. These videos, I had got complaints from some people. They don't want to be made fun of, but I know the world that we live in. And it's not that I mind I do mind the rebroadcasting. Let me say that. I do mind. But I mean, I feel like it should be respectful. Y'all can't blur out the people's face. Y'all can't put a little dot, over the person's face. Or they can't, put a little something over the people's face so that their faces aren't shown. Because I wouldn't want my son or my daughter or my niece or my nephew who has come to a place in their life where they've made a mistake. I wouldn't want them to just go out there and then everybody laughing at them like that. So anyway, listen.
That's her personal channel.
We have a question. If there was one thing someone needed to do or change if they wanted to still, that's what it would be. Okay, Sashina. That's it. Sashina.
So she wants us to obscure people's faces. I can do that.
That's
not
what it
much,
would be.
Much
to
more.
Put something over the defendant's faces, and don't be putting no horns and stuff on me. Somebody I think had put some devil horns on me, and they made me start praying against them. They made me start praying. Exactly. Ben, y'all know I'm having a hard time reading y'all name. Ben had motion. He said they need to privatize the accused. Yes, because they're innocent until proven guilty. And that is what's bothering me, y'all. So whoever that was that made that comment on that other site and said, I want to be monetized, but what I don't like is other people making money off of my job. They ain't sending me no royalties. They're not sending Miss Stevenson no royalties. They're not sending Miss Ritter no royalties. They're not sending.
Just so you know, the videos don't make a whole heck of a lot of money. That's so as far as getting royalties. The other thing is you're a public servant, and this is where the auditors are actually correct, that in the course of your day and job as an elected official, they can record you. You are getting paid to do your job. So, therefore, you don't get royalties unless you have your own channel. The way I look at it is I get paid because of the time I spend editing the videos that I'm putting out. That's why I get paid. Is I watch the videos, I record them, I edit them, and then I publish them. That takes a lot of time. And it's not fair use. That is actually incorrect. They're not trying to say it's copyrighted, it's a privacy issue, is what they're saying. Technically, we have to ask permission for electronic coverage. Although this is new in Michigan. So, like, we don't necessarily have precedence, and this is one of the avenues that I'm working on figuring out how that's going to work here in Michigan, for me to actually go into a courtroom and record, or jump on the Zoom call and record the Zoom call and publish it, like our Nevada judges does. That's where I'm more like our Nevada judges. It's not fair use, but it's First Amendment. It truly is. Didn't necessarily consider myself a journalist, but I had other journalists tell me that I'm a journalist, so I guess I'm a journalist. But I understand where she's coming from about obscuring the defendant's faces. I can do that. I have no problem doing that. And then also, if anyone watches and I've covered your case, if you want me to remove your case, just ask. I will edit your face out. I will do whatever. I won't put your face on there. And I've done that in other cases where we had someone missing and I removed their face as like the cover photo. So I will do that. I will do an update story. I don't mind going that extra step. That's nothing to me.
The defendants any royalties. They're not sending us no money, but that's besides the point. The point is, she said, I need some moderators. Tasha, thank you. I do, because I can't read this stuff. But listen, because this is not what I do. Y'all, this is not what I do. When I'm on my prayers, they don't make all these comments like this. However, I've decided, and I'm going to think about, listen, I'm going to think about whether I'm going to stop them live streams. So if somebody on here said they were going to send that comment in or send that suggestion in, send that suggestion in. Oh, you told them to send me some flowers. Thank you, my crazy life, because they making my life crazy, and they need to do something to smell up the courtroom or something. But so I'm trying to figure out,
Hello, Patty. Thanks for joining us for the first time. The difference is it's being live streamed or broadcast on YouTube, which is a public forum. So if it was just going in and being on the Zoom call and recording it that way, it's a gray area. I'm not sure if it's just a court rule at this point. I know there's like some Supreme Court rules. I don't know all the technicalities of it. But it's mainly a court rule. But this isn't the Zoom, it's on YouTube. So it's a technicality. It's being broadcast.
How I can lean into what it is that you all want, right? Exactly. That's what I was thinking. On Tropolis. Y'all got some of these names on here that I can't pronounce. But anyway, and because y'all making up this stuff and making me have to read it. But anyway, they just replay them, and some of them do edit though, because I've seen a couple that have edited.
Yes, ma'am, I do.
My videos, and then it's not exactly what I said, but nonetheless, I want to have a forum where you all can ask me questions. I can't do it. Some people have asked me to do it, like when I do allow comments on the live stream when I'm in a jury trial. I can't do it. Well, Kate Graham, they better stop playing with me, because I'm gonna stop. I'm gonna stop that live stream. So,
that's
you all tell
not
me
gonna be nice.
What you want
it's gonna
see
suck.
from me, what you want to hear from me. I cannot replay illegally the content, like those channels are replaying illegally the content. But I think that this should be a forum. There should be a forum. Ontropolis has a channel too. They be playing. Do they be Monica? Do Ontropolis be replaying my videos? Tell me. Tell me, do Ontropolis be replaying my videos? And have they ever put the fire and stuff up?
I have never done that to her or any other judge.
Out now. I'm gonna go on Ontropolis channel. So Randy Thompson, if you have questions about the process, I'm gonna start answering some questions. If y'all have some questions about why I say a certain thing, then thank you, Monica, because I was getting ready to say Ontropolis. He said Ontropolis said I don't play yours, but I play other people's. But listen, you guys have been great. I appreciate those who have come over here to listen to me. So I'm not going to talk so long. I know there's several that replay mine, and I was trying to send them all letters and ask them to stop, but they, it got to be too much. Y'all want to know? I consulted a lawyer.
Yeah. Like I said, it's kind of a gray area. There's not really precedence for it right now. I mean, there's some, obviously, media has covered cases, but for it being on YouTube, like, this is so new that it hasn't really made its way through and worked, and I don't know. I'm trying to figure out how to do this the best way and make sure I'm not breaking any laws, because that's the last thing I want to do. I don't need any trouble. I just like to watch court videos, and that's how this all started.
The lawyer, because it's getting to be ridiculous, right? It's getting to be ridiculous. I consulted a lawyer, and I'm considering my options. But what I want to do is, I understand that those videos and watching court is helping people. I do.
That's the thing. I've learned a lot watching these court videos.
So I'll answer a couple of questions on here tonight, and then maybe I'm going to start my own channel and answer y'all's questions. And if y'all don't want to hear from me, then don't come. Okay? You like my evangelism? Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. But I saw a question, so let me see. Randy Thompson said, "How in the world do you handle sob sits? The whole versus driving thing drives me bananas." So it does drive me bananas too. Okay, so listen, the sovereign citizen issue is a serious issue, actually. When I first became a judge, we did a whole I went to a conference, and they did a whole thing on sovereign citizens and how to handle them. And their misunderstanding is just crazy to me.
Amazing.
But the way I handle them is probably maybe not the way that, some people want me to handle them. But it's my opinion that if you come to court and I think there's one of my videos that's actually the one that's being played on Court Cam. I'm sure all of you have seen that Court Cam video with one of the sovereign citizens. And
see, I want to know if Court Cam got permission and how and what. That's what I want to know, is how they do it, because that's going to be the bigger overarching way of how to move forward.
And what I say to that person is, why would you come here just to tell me that I don't have jurisdiction over you? And why would you come here just to tell me I don't have jurisdiction over you? And that's like going to Italy or Africa,
Mm-hmm.
or someplace like that.
What do I always holler about when I watch South Sits?
But saying you don't have jurisdiction over me. No, the only people that don't get prosecuted are those who have diplomatic immunity based on, treaties and whatnot. And we won't get into that. But if you're in a place, whether you're a citizen of that place or not, if you commit a crime or are accused of a crime in their country, then you have to present yourself to their government. I mean, we all know that from the famous case recently of the athlete in Russia. So those things I don't have patience for. But y'all pray for my patience. Y'all pray for my patience, because I'm gonna. Yes, it can be dangerous. Jersey Nanas. Yes, they can, and they have. They sue us all the time. They try to put liens on our homes and stuff. So that's that. But
and hey, I had to think about how to respond to this comment. Put your money where your mouth is. If he was truly serious and sincere about this, he would already do something like that. Like I did multiple live streams, and I just haven't thrown it up because I didn't do it today. But actually, I'm going to throw it up right now. Detective Rachel McCray, her daughter just graduated high school and is also a certified nursing assistant. And she is going to go to nursing school. And she has a GoFundMe that is now at the bottom of the screen. That is the GoFundMe to help cover some of those external college expenses for Rachel's daughter. So, please, if you feel it in your heart, you have some extra change, donate it, because we definitely need nurses and we need more medical staff. Okay? That's what I have to say about that comment.
someone told me that they had a question up. Let me try to go back up. I told y'all this stuff is coming too fast. Okay, Smoochy Face Heather, let me find your question. Let me find your question. Smoochy Face Heather, I don't see your question. Hold on.
Smoochy
question.
Question.
The copyright disclaimer of 1976 does not pertain to YouTube court. Is that correct? The way I understand the way I read.
Not about copyright.
So I can't tell you specifically because someone did tell me that he put that up. Copyright has nothing to do with reproducing things that you don't have rights to. So copyright, you can't get a copyright of something that you don't have a right to. It has nothing to do with copyright, and it has all to do with slander, with defamation, with harassment. So it's not about copywriting, right? I heard that he said that earlier. It's not about whether what I do is copywritten or what he's trying to do is copywritten. So I don't know the context that he used that in, but it's not about copyright. So I know someone said, as a judge, I'm open to public scrutiny. And that's why I am, right? I am open to public scrutiny. However, what I don't have to put up with, and what
Is the
becomes
abuse.
defamatory and harassing, is when you're doing your opinion of me or whatever, but then you're putting, fire and
Thank you.
horns, and
I
you're
don't see a
taking
point
my
in it.
image and you're putting it on a person and putting me in a wrestling match like I'm some something. I won't even say what I'm trying to say. So so the way
It means a lucha
the
libre
way that I don't know
mask.
how he used it and how he's trying to use that, but what I'm saying is, if they keep on messing with me, I'm gonna mess with them back, and it's gonna be in the law, and I'm not going to, I don't like the way that they talk about the defendants.
Try not to be.
Hopefully that answered your question. Question: have I met Judge Middleton or Judge Washington from the other counties?
Judge Simpson, that's what we want to
yes,
know.
I have met Judge Middleton. I don't know about Judge Washington. Every few years, we used to do it every year, and then we went to every other year, and then we did it again this year, but I was not present. I was in Alaska. We have a statewide judicial conference, and I've met at least Judge Middleton. I don't know about Judge Washington. I've met them at that conference. Also, I participate in the Michigan District Judges Association, and then we have a conference as well, and I believe I met Judge Middleton at that conference as well.
See, I didn't know they had all that, so that's like really cool.
All right, let's see.
So they can make sure they're all kind of on the same page with their rulings.
Y'all know it's going to take me a minute. I'm trying to see if you had any questions. Okay, thank you for answering.
Dude, that would be very interesting to hear what they talk about. But I'm a nerd, so I would like that.
My crazy life, I'm not telling you about what's going on.
Correct. There's a difference between journalism and tabloid.
Hold on, y'all, a pair of seconds. Hello.
Sorry, there. That's the comment. Oh, I didn't even realize she took a phone call.
My crazy life
hilarious.
Talking about. She said, I didn't see horns or fire, but I wouldn't like it. Okay, yeah, exactly. All right, so let me see. Randy wanted to know how I keep my empathy. Oh, well, I mean, Randy, I don't know. That's just who I am. I really have a love for people, you all. I have a love for people. I don't really like associating with a lot of people in my private circle, but I want to see people do better. I want to see people be better. I want to see people learn from these experiences. Yes. So
and that's why I share, so others can learn.
That's what I guess that's answering.
But I try to have fun while doing it.
Answer your question. And then I look like one of my friends gonna be she's trying to be my assistant, so I appreciate her. I think I already said my live stream is at 7:30 in the morning most morning.
I'm probably not going to get up that early most mornings.
What do I do in my free time, y'all? I swim. I get in my pool, y'all, and I swim, and I relax. I golf, and I ride my bike, and I travel. I like to travel, and COVID has afforded us the opportunity to travel and still work. Right.
That's actually really amazing.
So it has given us the opportunity to travel, and
we had a Supreme Court justice. Bernstein, one of the sons, Richard Bernstein. He is legally blind. He was, I believe, in Abu Dhabi while overseeing court cases on the Supreme Court. I know there was like a big kerfluffle. I think he kind of got stuck there, but he still could have come back, but he didn't. I don't know. I remember there was a sort of a big ruffled feathers about that, but that was like early in COVID. So yeah, we actually had an issue with that. A judge being out of the, I think the big problem was that he was outside of the country is what people had a problem with. Dear Mid, you missed everything. You're always $1 late, a day short, and a dollar short and a day late, whatever that saying is. You missed it all. You have to go back to the beginning. But thank you for coming. I appreciate it. We're also talking drama.
Right. So sometimes, because we have a background, like right now, though, I'm on my personal computer. So I don't have that background that I usually have at court. I'm going to upgrade my computer so I can do some backgrounds, right?
I need to upgrade my computer.
This is like the background you see when I'm praying from home. Right. So that's what that is.
Thank you. I thought it was pretty good myself.
Okay, my crazy life wants to know what made me go into law. So here, I've always wanted to be a lawyer, my crazy life. And it's a funny story that I have shared, I think, even on my court live. I've shared it. So I didn't realize how much I wanted to be a lawyer and how much I wanted to even be a judge.
Is this a joke? I have a feeling it's supposed to be a joke and I don't get it. I think, isn't Abu Dhabi a country and Dubai is a city? I don't know. I'm not up to date on all of my Middle East geography.
One day, though, after I was an adult, I had my children, I was married, and I was cleaning out some stuff in my garage. I came across my high school book. And in the high school book, they had us write our 1-year plan, our 5-year plan, our 10-year plan. And I was so elated to see that I had followed my 1-year, 5-year, and 10-year.
I'm so confused by this. People in Dubai don't like the Flintstones, but the people in Abu Dhabi do. Oh! German! No! Oh, you got me, dude. You got me. You got me. Oh, that almost went over my head. Dude. Okay. You got me. Oh, you got me.
Plan. I always wanted to be, I didn't even realize how early I had started speaking that I wanted to be a judge. And that's why I encourage people. That's why I encourage people to speak, that your words have power. I didn't realize how early I had started saying I wanted to be a judge, but it was written in my high school book. It was written in my high school book. And so.
Okay. So that was the end that I had. I know I stopped. It's easy like Sunday morning. Yeah. Sorry. That song has been stuck in my head all day. So, anyways, okay. I'm going to get off here. I have to go to the store. I need to get more medicine for being congested because I do still have COVID and my throat is actually starting to hurt pretty bad from talking so much. Thank you guys for joining me again. Chimagwitch, which is Ojibwe for thank you very much, or a big thanks. Thank you for joining me on this Sunday. I am planning on doing my regular live stream on Thursday. I should be feeling a lot better. I have been working on editing videos so I can get videos posted. I don't know if you noticed, I got a chair. I got a new chair. This chair literally has a footrest and it fully reclines. Like, the Cadillac of office chairs. It's really comfortable, so I'm able to really sit and edit without being in a lot of pain, which is beautiful for me. Pink Floyd and the Xbox, dude. In a couple of weeks, they're doing a laser show at the planetarium at Michigan State with Pink Floyd Dark Side of the Moon, and I got tickets because I'm excited. I'll probably be the only sober one there, but that's okay. I love Pink Floyd. So, yes. All right. I'm going to get off here. Love you guys. Thank you for joining me. And don't forget to like and subscribe and watch all my other videos and just put them on loop. And yeah, we'll see you later, guys.